Hello students, today we are going to see the rocket. It is the example, perfect example of a system of variable mass because its mass goes on decreasing after some time t, because as the time moves its mass will get decrease. The rocket is a device used to place a satellite into an orbit, because the main purpose of the rocket is why we are launching the rocket. It is because it can place a satellite into a orbit. It works on the principle of conservation of momentum. It is working on the principle of conservation of momentum. What basically the rocket contains, how this rocket works. It uses fuel and the oxidizer. It contains two things. First is fuel and oxidizer, which burn in a combustion chamber. One chamber is there. Inside that, the fuel and the oxidizer which will get burnt within the rocket. When rocket is fired, the exhaust gases rush downward. As you usually saw during the launching of the rocket, the exhaust gases always moves in the downward direction and it pushes the rocket in the vertically upward direction at the same speed and push the rocket upward. Thus, thrust on the rocket is supplied by the reaction force. It is the thrust on the rocket is supplied by the reaction forces of the high speed gas ejected at the rear side. When you saw a huge cloud of gases are formed on the lower side of the rocket, as a result the rocket get launched in the upward direction. So this all happens because of the thrust which these reaction forces of the high speed gases which is ejected in the downward direction. It pushes the rocket in the vertically upward direction. Rocket may either use a solid or liquid fuel. The fuel can in the solid form as well as it can be in the liquid form. Like liquid, it may use liquid hydrogen or liquid paraffin, and a suitable oxidizers. The oxidizers are oxygen, hydrogen peroxide or nitric acid. So important thing is the fuel can be a solid or liquid fuel such as liquid hydrogen or liquid paraffin, and at the same time suitable oxidizers like oxygen, hydrogen peroxide or nitric acid can be used. Both the fuel and the oxidizer both are ejected from the separate chamber into a combustion chamber where it get mixed, where the fuel is burnt. The burnt gases are continuously exhausted from the jet, which is situated at the rear part of the rocket. In consequence, the rocket is propelled forward. It is propelled in the forward vertically upward direction, that is opposite to the jet. During the entire motion, the mass of the rocket is continuously decreasing. Hence, here we can say that the mass of the rocket, when it is placed on the surface of the earth, it is maximum, and as it starts moving in the upward direction, with the time its mass goes on decreasing. Thus, this is a system of variable mass system.